pulling out, play the heat.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Sorta Interesting podcast. After a bit of a hiatus, we are back just in time to review the Matrix series before the release of Matrix Resurrections, coming out to HBO Max in theaters December 24th. But today, we are reviewing the movie that started it all, baby. My name is Christian Patam, and with me, as always, is jolly old Saint Myles himself. He's gonna stuff your stockings, roast his chestnuts, egg his nog, and make that Yuletide gay. Myles F. Darling. The F is for franchise. How you doing, buddy? It's been a while.
Damn. Oh, you've been working on that one.
I had to. I mean, it's the holiday season, right? It's December. We didn't get to do holiday movies this year since The Matrix is coming out this month, so I had to include some kind of holiday reference in this podcast. But how you doing, man? It's been a while.
Good. It has been a while. We've kept in touch, but we haven't done our podcast in a while.
I mean, as you could tell, Myles has been moving. He's got a new background over there. He's moved into a new, bigger place. So, yeah, it's been a while. No holiday movies this year. We'll get to that next year. But unfortunately, fortunately, we get to do The Matrix this month. But Myles, before we get into that, let's get into a side podcast. I have a choice for you here. There is a new trailer coming out, or that just came out for the new Matrix movie. I don't know if you want to watch that, or if you want to just do table topics, because I saw it come out. I was like, I don't know if it's already coming out in like a couple weeks. Like, do we need to watch any more of this trailer?
If we weren't sold, then I would say let's watch it. But
I'm already 100% sold. I don't need to see anymore. Yeah.
You know, we're doing a series on it.
I as well.
You're
right.
No, we don't have to watch it.
Just like the new Spider-Man trailers, they have all these TV spots, and I'm like, I don't need to see anymore. I've already seen way too much. I don't need any more of this footage. But all right, let's get into some table topics. You know, my favorite podcast topic here. Let's go. Oh God, all right. This question: do you possess any of the qualities of your astrological sign? First of all, what is your sign? Do you even know your astrological sign?
I'm a Taurus.
You're a Taurus.
That's all I know as far as whose sign is whose. You know.
Yeah.
I'm a Taurus. Something moon rising, whatever the fuck that is, something sun, I don't know.
It's the next one, right? I don't know what that is either, but
I have no idea. But I'm a Taurus, and I will tell you, I'll answer. The one thing I definitely know about Taurus is that they are stubborn, and I am so fucking stubborn. I'm so stubborn. I don't want to admit that. Okay, how about that?
Let me look at your astrological sign here. Taurus astrological sign. All right, hold on. Let me switch this screen so you could see it as well. Hold on. Where is that? It's this one right there. Okay, so let's look at your astrological sign, because I have no idea. Okay, Taurus is an earth sign represented by the bull, like their celestial spirit animal. Taurians, God, fuck that word already. Taurians enjoy relaxing and serene. Fuck these words. Bucolic environments. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy being surrounded by soft sounds, Myles? Do you like soothing aromas and succulent flavors? Like, who doesn't enjoy that? Everybody enjoys that.
I mean,
what kind of fucking bullshit is this? I fucking hate astrological signs. Hold on, let me see here.
I'm ruled by Venus.
Let's see this. Okay, so your strengths, Myles. Supposedly, your strengths. You're reliable. You are reliable. I'd say you're definitely reliable. You're patient. Are you patient? I don't know. I guess you are.
I have learned to be when I was working with.
I was about to say your old job
people.
For sure.
Yeah.
You had to have. That's all patience. Working with mentally challenged people. That's
developmentally.
That's
disabled.
a lot of patience.
Starting to lose my patience though. I'm starting to like, especially with the line of work. You know, it's just go.
I feel like as people in general get older, patience wears very thin. As life just gets to you, it's. I'm the same way. Like at my job, it's just people complaining all day. So my patience runs thin as fuck recently. Like I need a break, but. Practical. Are you practical? I guess I don't know. I don't even know what that really means.
I don't really know what that
practical.
means.
Devoted. You're definitely devoted. I'd say you're devoted. responsible. You're responsible. You're definitely stable. I mean, you got all those strengths, definitely. Oh, look at that weakness. Yeah, you're right. Stubborn's in there.
Very possessive.
Are you possessive?
I can be. Yes.
Uncompromising. Interesting.
Not really.
Ooh, okay. I mean, these likes, I'd say, are you gardening? I don't know about gardening, but cooking. You like to cook.
I have a cactus. I have a houseplant. I have some herbs growing.
Oh fuck, dude! This is totally you. Look at this, high quality clothes. You like the fashion, working with hands. That's your fucking job.
That's me, dude.
Yeah, music. Yeah, music. You know way more about music than I do. Romance. You're a pretty romantic guy. You always have good romantic ideas. Dislikes.
Oh yeah, I fucking hate that. I like to get into a group.
I like this last one. Synthetic fabrics. Do you dislike pleather and fucking fake Gucci and shit?
I mean, my truck has real leather in it, all right? You don't skimp on stuff like that.
Taurus
right?
is the sign that harvests the fruits of labor. Okay, yeah, I'd say that's definitely you. They feel the need to always be surrounded by love and beauty. I feel like everybody wants to be surrounded by love and beauty, so that doesn't really make any sense. Hedonism, isn't that like a sexual thing? Hedonism?
I don't know, but I hope so.
Let's search for this. Hedonism. Yeah, the pursuit of pleasure. Sensual self-indulgence. I mean, if there's one thing I could count on you for, it's to pleasure yourself. So, yeah definitely hedonism. And physical pleasure, Myles. I mean, that's everyone. Who doesn't enjoy a physical pleasure? So, yet again, people born with their sun in Taurus are sensual and tactile. Wow.
I'm tactical. What's tactile?
Stable and conservative. This is one of the most reliable signs of the zodiac, ready to endure and stick to their choices until they reach the point of personal satisfaction.
That's me. I gotta stick with this video until I'm satisfied. Okay?
I guess so. I mean,
I can't be switching videos because the plot changes. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think it's all bullshit anyways. Like, everybody has these traits, right? But I guess, okay, my sign is Sagittarius. Sagittarius. And I could tell you, I could tell you right now, what I've seen before in the past, I'm definitely not anywhere near this this bullshit. It's always like, Sagittarius is outgoing and fucking extroverted. And I'm like, nah.
What's your sign? You got a fucking bow and arrow?
Yeah, it's the guy with the bow and arrow, which is pretty cool. I'm into that, but, let's see here. Who the fuck is this? Oh, fucking god damn it, fucking Mercedes, son of a fuck. Jesus fucking, I can't even get on these goddamn sites without pop-ups and shit. Jesus.
Oh my god.
What is this? Fuck this that site.
Can we just go back to the same? I feel like Wikipedia should be our...
Here we go. Sagittarius from Britannica. Alright. What does this have to... Where's my shit? Oh my fucking god.
Sagittarius.
Go back to the goddamn site that I was just on. I fucking hate this shit. Here we go. Okay, Sagittarius, November 22nd to December 21st. Okay.
Damn, you're like getting on that cusp, huh? You're close to that.
My element is fire, which is interesting because I fucking hate the heat. I'd rather it be cold. So already strike one. Color blue. Okay, whatever. I don't really care about the day. Thursday. It's a fucking worst day. Just kidding. You know, I'm actually a fan of Thursday. Thursday's always my fun day because I'm like, you know what? I could fuck off on a Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. I feel like I'm not gonna do anything on a Friday.
Everybody's gonna be in a good mood on Friday, you know?
All right. Ruler, Jupiter, okay. Dates, yeah. Lucky numbers, though. I guess 7. John Elway, yeah, I'm into that. Okay, so it says my strengths, I'm generous. Okay, I could be pretty generous, yeah. When I could afford it, I could be pretty generous.
Right?
Idealistic. I don't really know what that means.
That last one,
great sense of humor.
Okay. I agree with that 1,000,000,000%.
I would also agree. I work hard on that, so thank you very much. Weaknesses. Promises more than can deliver. That is for sure me. I do that all the fucking time.
I do that too. You know? They say that you're supposed to under promise and oversell or over deliver.
Yeah.
I do the opposite too.
I am right there. Yeah.
Also, yeah.
Very impatient. I don't know about that. I'm very patient. Yeah.
I feel like you are.
Like to a fault. that's definitely wrong. We'll say anything no matter how undiplomatic. I don't do that. I definitely don't. I hold my tongue about mostly everything. So yeah,
you're not out here
except for this podcast. But everything else outside of this podcast, I'm pretty quiet when it comes to that stuff. Sagittarius likes freedom. Definitely love my freedom. I hate being tied down to anything. Like even my boss, I'm like, fuck off. You're not gonna tell me what to do. Okay. Travel. Okay.
I guess
I don't really go anywhere, but
I don't know.
I haven't gone anywhere, so
except for like work. You went to Denver, you know. Yeah.
That's different though. Traveling for work is fucking stressful as fuck, and I hate it.
True.
But if it was travel, like I've been to like Austin. I went to Austin by myself, and I like that a lot. Like I like traveling for fun. That's cool. Definitely not being outdoors. What the fuck? This is fucking bullshit. I hate outdoors. I cannot stand outdoors. This is bullshit. Dislikes clingy people for sure. I cannot stand a relationship with a clingy person. I've definitely been in a relationship with a clingy person, and I was like, nope. After like 2 months, I'm like, nah, this is too much.
You know what's funny? It's like when were these things like kind of. When did these come about? When did I'd
imagine like during the Roman ages and stuff like that, right? Like these are all like Roman gods and stuff, right?
Oh, that makes sense. So they already had like facilities where they could be indoors. Because I'm thinking like likes being outdoor. Like if this was like made back in the way back,
nothing but outdoors.
Yeah, it's nothing but outdoors.
But even then,
outdoors,
even then, you're right. They had buildings, but no roofs back then. I mean, like, look at the fucking Coliseum and shit. You know, there's no goddamn roofs over there. Being constrained, that is definitely. I mean, that goes along with freedom, right?
BDSM?
Oh shit! You know what? Maybe I do. I don't know. I never tried it, so I'm not gonna knock it until I try it.
Don't knock it.
Off the wall theories. That's bullshit. I love off the wall theories. I love conspiracy theories, especially.
I love people getting proven wrong on that shit too.
Yeah.
But if they're right, then it's like a win-win. I like that.
I dislike details. What kind of shit is this? I need details. I love details. So I'm not gonna go out there without any fucking details. Going out there blind and shit. But
were you born late? Were you born late?
I have no idea. Yeah, I think I was. I was born like in the middle of the night, so I guess early.
No. I mean like born like days late, because you're close to that second. You could be the one before.
I think it was early. I was supposed to be in December. Yeah, I came early, like I always do. So,
but only when it doesn't count.
Okay, I agree with this. Look, their open mind and philosophical view motivate them to wander around the world in search of the meaning of life. I mean, I feel like that's almost everybody, right? I mean, everybody wants to know the meaning of life. Okay, first, this is definitely wrong. I'm just gonna highlight that right there. Fucking bullshit. What are we talking about? Always optimistic? Are you fucking kidding me? When was the last time you ever heard me be optimistic, Myles? I have never once been optimistic.
Maybe we'll get home. Maybe this last streak will be.
No, I am the one who's always like, this is fucked. Everything's fucked. We're never getting out of here. That's my view. I've never been. I'm more of a. I wouldn't say I'm a pessimist, so I'm definitely a realist. Definitely not optimistic. Full of enthusiasm. Again, false. Hardly ever full of enthusiasm. Ready for changes. Again, false. I hate changes. Don't ever change anything on me. This thing is fucking bullshit. Fuck these goddamn whatever these are called, these zodiac signs. I am interested in this though, compatibility, because I went on dates with a couple of girls and they're like, what's your sign and shit, and I'm like, it's not really that compatible, and most of the time it turns out to be true. So Gemini and Aries, I have to look out for these two.
Are you sure that so here's another thing. Maybe are you sure that's not like they're allowing that to get into their head when they start thinking shit like that, where it's like,
true.
Oh, you're Sagittarius, we're not supposed to be compatible, so maybe that dictates how it's supposed. And you're not even like a true Sagittarius. You're not.
Yeah, this is all bullshit.
Was that a uterus? What the hell was going on back there?
This one? Yeah, I don't know. No, this is the Aries sign.
That's a ram.
Hold on, what's my picture? Oh, it's like a lady. Okay, lady with a bow. Okay,
white
interesting.
lady with a bow. The other one.
Yeah, this is like a
Or no,
this is like a black lady. What's Gemini?
I
Gemini, I guess that's kind of like Hispanic. I don't know. But it's got like two guys kissing for Gemini. Interesting.
It's like Trevor Lawrence with big lips.
That's interesting. But yeah, I guess, man, I have to. This is probably the most thing I'm interested. This greatest compatibility, always single, ready to mingle me. You know what I mean? So, I would, but it's so. Look at this. The birthdays have to be from March 21st to April 19th. Like, the birthday is the last thing I ever think about when I'm dating somebody. So, I don't know how that ever comes up. But
next time, make that the first thing that you asked him. When's your birthday? Like,
you know what? This is kind of true. I do like girls who wear comfortable clothes, or who like physical challenges, I guess. Yeah.
So you want a girl that can do the Ninja Warrior freaking
challenge. Look at all this. This is like a
like
tennis player. Comfortable clothes, taking on leadership roles, physical challenges, individual sports. I got a dated tennis player. It sounds like Venus or Serena Williams come my way.
Or wrestling.
You
know, yeah, they like those leotards.
I mean, you double leg take me down anytime. But you know what? Fuck these goddamn zodiac signs. I mean, if you believe in it, believe in whatever you want. But I remember going into astrology class in my college years. Well, it was astrology. It wasn't astrology. Oh wait, it was astronomy. It was an astronomy class, and I thought it was astrology. And then I was like, oh shit, no, this is like real. We're talking about like actual planets and stars and shit. Fuck, I signed up for the wrong class.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only one, because that was literally like the first thing the teacher said.
Shitload of girls in there, huh?
the first thing the teacher said was like, all right guys, this is astronomy, not astrology. So we're going to be studying planets and stars, not astrological signs. So but Myles, if people would like to hear more content like what they just heard, please tell them where they could find our podcasts.
You can find us at the Sorta Interesting website, sortainteresting.com. That's where you can find this podcast, all of our podcasts from the past, as we progress through the month and we get to Matrix
Resurrections.
We will have The Matrix that you're listening to right now, Reloaded, and Revolutions up there in the coming weeks. Go check it out. Go check out all of the series that we've done so far. We've taken a bit of a hiatus, but we have a lot of content on there. We also have some big news. Where else you can find us besides the podcast?
Congratulations. Just congratulations to you, my friend.
It's the video, man. It's youtube.com/sortainteresting.
/sortainteresting. Got our own URL finally. I don't know how it happened, because we haven't done anything in like a month, but I was just looking through my emails and they were like, hey, you're eligible. Claim your URL. I was literally in the middle of a meeting at work, and I was like, guys, I gotta take this. Okay, I gotta do this right now before someone snatches up Sorta Interesting. And then I finally got that, and I don't know how we got it. I think we were talking before how you needed 1,000 subscribers and all this other stuff, but I think that's for monetization. That's to make money off of ads and stuff. But for a URL, I think you have to reach a certain amount of like viewing time and amount of views. And The Mummy Returns, over 50,000 views. So I think they were like, all right, guys, you guys win. All right, take your goddamn URL. Nobody else is making any goddamn Mummy Returns podcasts out here, so take it.
I'm convinced somebody just has that on a loop in like a torture room.
I know. I don't know how. I don't know.
Their victims bald, gagged, and like just watching me spew.
Now you gotta listen to a recap of The Mummy Returns over and over again. But also we got patreon.com/sortainteresting, where you could donate at the $1 level. Also, I think you already said it right, Spotify, on SoundCloud as well. Please give us a listen.
Yes, I was getting to all of the podcast apps, podcast app that Apple or iOS offers, Spotify, SoundCloud, anywhere those podcasts are available. You can listen to us at Sorta Interesting, sortainteresting.com, youtube.com/sortainteresting, Twitter, Sorta Interesting. Don't forget, there's no G there. Instagram, at Sorta Interesting, at Christian Patam, at Myles Darling. Come on.
Let's get into some production details for the first Matrix movie. A release date March 31st, 1999. We were only 6 years old, Myles, so obviously did not get to watch this in theaters unless you had terrible parents who just took you to go watch a rated R movie.
Cool uncle.
Or very cool parents, yeah, or a cool uncle. Writers and directors, the Wachowski siblings, but they were the Wachowski brothers at the time. I think they're the sisters now. Known for Speed Racer, Cloud Atlas, and Jupiter Ascending, one of the worst movies of all time. Totally forgot about that movie. It was a movie with Channing Tatum in it, Jupiter Ascending, and I think it's actually available on HBO Max right now. But Speed Racer, that's one that I watched a long time ago. Did you ever watch that Speed Racer movie, that live action one? It had what's his name, Emil Hirsch, I want to say is his name.
Oh yeah, it was.
And
it was
Christina Ricci. And
John Goodman.
Yeah, John Goodman. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, garbage.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I think I watched it one time, but I'm interested to watch it again. And then Cloud Atlas, which that movie was fucking weird. Had Tom Hanks and Halle Berry in it.
Oh.
It was a really weird.
What's the one with Channing Tatum?
That's the Jupiter Ascending one.
Oh,
yeah, one of the worst movies ever.
Oh, really?
Of
Okay,
all
never
time.
mind. Just kidding. Wrong one.
It's terrible. Budget a shockingly low $63 million, which is crazy. I feel like this would be easily over $100 million to make, but only 63. Box office a smash hit.
What goes into it? You know,
What's that? Go ahead, say again.
all the shit that goes into it.
I know, right? I thought that for sure, like all the crazy set pieces that they do, I thought for sure this would be over 100 million, especially with that helicopter. All that helicopter scene alone for sure would be over 100 million. Box office a smash hit, $466 million, putting it at number 4 for the highest grossing movies of the year 1999. The other highest grossing movies are Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, The Sixth Sense, and Toy Story 2, which is my favorite Toy Story movie, by the way. My favorite. Well, we'll get into that one day, but it's still my favorite to this day.
Fidget spinner?
That is a fidget spinner. Runtime of 2 hours and 16 minutes, which honestly, they fly by. They fly the fuck by. Every single time I watch this movie, this is literally the first time I'm even noticing the runtime. That's how much I love this movie. Like, I never even noticed how long it is.
There's a lot to ingest, and like it's constantly moving forward.
Yeah, go ahead with your initial impressions, Myles. Keep going. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's I was just gonna flow into why it, like, I didn't even know it was 2 hours and 15 minutes. Also, like,
that's what I'm saying, right? It doesn't feel like it at all. It fucking flies by every time.
It's not, there's a lot that goes in. Even when it's slow, it's like you're just like just
full immersion.
Like yeah, you're just immersed into this like environment where you're like, what's real, what isn't, where the hell am I, who is this guy, who's that guy, like White Rabbit, come on, I gotta follow it, I need that bump, I need to chase that fight, I'm sorry. Initial impression, I don't remember the first time I watched it.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember the first time I watched it, but I know the next time that I do watch it will be just as good. No, I appreciate this movie like so much with what it's like the internet. It's like the introduction to like the internet.
Yeah,
now,
definitely.
You're thinking like, wow, this is not too far off from where we're going with that meta.
It's pretty crazy, right? Like how much the world has reflected compared to, how the world they predicted would be. I mean, it's pretty damn close to what they thought it would be back in 1999. Yeah.
1999, and this I don't know how long it took to make this movie, but I'm assuming it took a little while. So this probably was an idea come about in what, like the mid 90s. Was this based off of anything? Do you know? Like
I don't think so. Oh shit, I don't know. It definitely wasn't a comic book, but I think it might have been based off like some animes back in the day. But I think that's mostly like where it comes to like the action and mostly like the shots and stuff. But the idea that's brand new, man. That's like internet stuff. You know what I mean? Like nobody was talking about internet stuff back in the 90s like that. They were fully in. Like they knew exactly what was gonna happen with the rise of the internet back in 1999. Back when Al Gore was like, "Hey guys, check this out, Yahoo. Here's
Yahoo.
AOL." No search engines back then, 1999. So good luck.
Ask Jeeves.
It's a fucking useless internet without a search engine, honestly. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to know where to go if there's no search engine?
You gotta type out HTTPS colon / what is that? No, but yeah, go ahead. Your impression.
Oh man, I do remember watching this movie for the first time because it was literally the first movie I ever owned on DVD back in 2000 2001. Wow. But that was when DVDs were in that like shitty cardboard like box with like that little plastic hatch that keeps the case closed. That was before before DVDs came in a uniform plastic case. Yeah, right. I still remember. I remember looking at the cover, staring at it, like, what the fuck is this? Like, I see this cool font. First of all, the Matrix, right? This cool like digital font, and then everybody on the cover wearing like these black clothes. Yeah, that one down right there, down there. Everybody's wearing like these black clothes and these sunglasses, and Keanu Reeves with his fucking hair all crazy. I'm like, what the hell is this? I need to watch this right now. And I popped that bad boy into what at the time was a revolutionary device, a portable DVD player, Myles, back in the day, that plugged into your TV and mirrored what was on the screen. It was amazing at that time, and I remember being blown away by this movie. I was too young, obviously, to understand the story, but action-wise, I was just like, I'm all fucking in. I don't care what's going on with this story. I just need that. I need guns. I need fighting. That's all I need. The martial arts choreography specifically changed the way I looked at action movies probably for the rest of my life after that. Like the wire work and the guns, all that stuff was super cool. And we've seen things like that before in older movies. Like I grew up watching Bruce Lee movies and Jackie Chan movies, so I knew all about that, the kung fu and stuff. But the pace and like the sheer speed that they move with the fucking choreography, this is something I've never seen before. And it's just revolutionary. Changed choreography probably forever after that. But story-wise, I've always kind of been on the fence with the whole thing. And looking back at it now after doing a little bit of La Lechuga de Diablo while watching this movie, it's a religious story when you think about it, right? Neo kind of going into the Matrix as he's basically Jesus Christ being sent into the Matrix to save everyone, right? Like Zion could be classified as like heaven, and then hell would be like the machine world. And then, as the movies go on, with no future spoilers here, the story just gets more convoluted and messy, and I fall off definitely hard by the next movie with the story. But yeah, like you said about the internet, I do like the concept this movie introduces in a time before the internet, and it's so fucking foreboding to current times with people connected to their devices and to the internet 24 hours of the day. But overall, I love this movie. It's one of the best action movies ever made, hands down, and will always hold a special place in my heart. And honestly, the return of the franchise has got me more excited than any other franchise right now. I know we got Spider-Man coming out next week. I get it. I'm excited about it, but I'm a little bit more excited about the Matrix because we've had a lot of MCU stuff coming out. We've got TV shows now, we've got games, we've got a bunch of MCU shit coming out every year. But the Matrix, it's been
dopamine high that doesn't come around every once in a while. The MCU one, it's just like that steady.
It's always there.
Steady piggyback. That's right there. This one is just like, hey, I got this shit. You remember this? These are like Quaaludes,
dude.
Bro.
Yeah, that's like that's that Wolf of Wall Street. Those old lemons that Jonah Hill brings out. He's like, yo, remember these old school lemons? That's the Matrix right now. We're taking an old drug right now. And I'm very excited for this new one, and I'm very happy it's coming out to HBO Max because I don't want to go watch it in the movie theater, but
well, I've missed the theater. But
we were watching Spider-Man already in the movie theater, so yeah.
It has to be the right theater.
And I'm
like that shitty fucking theater.
Oh yeah, fuck San Diego theaters. Get your fucking shit together, San Diego. I will write a letter to Congress about that because this is bullshit out here. But yeah, I mean, we're watching Spider-Man already in the movie theaters, and I kind of have my hopes low for this new Matrix, so that's why I'm like, I'd rather watch it streaming, So I don't really care that much. But
I think the cinematography is gonna look cool, just like they did when you started excuse me, when I first
I'm getting choked up about it.
remember really like being not critical of movies, but just like kind of just like seeing them in a different light when you get older. And I watched The Matrix again,
Yeah.
and really realizing like the real time like world bending when they're just kind of distorting things, and the way it looks just so natural kind of and real. And I think a lot of movies do that now because they have the ability to. I'm really interested to see what they do like different, but keep it true to like form, like how The Matrix was, because I think this is going to be closer to the first one than the next two. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
in terms of just how it's going to look, how it's going to feel.
Yeah, they've had plenty of time to hear feedback about the next two movies, so I'm sure they're like, all right, we need to start over from scratch again. But let's include the best part about it. Let's include, what's his name, Keanu Reeves and Trinity in it. Unfortunately, what's his name, Lawrence Fishburne's not in it, which kind of fucking sucks. You know, he's like the guy, but you know, he's not young anymore. He's kind of old and probably overweight. I mean, let's be honest.
He's got the John Wick series.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you see him in John Wick, it's like, ooh, this guy has not been he's not been taking care of himself like Keanu Reeves has. So
he walked into the set with his own wardrobe. That's what he walked in, with the robe. Like,
dude, they cover him head to toe in clothes in that John Wick series. Like, you can't see any other skin other than his chin up. Like, you don't want to see anything else underneath.
Man, and it's in black, and you're like,
but Myles, let's get into a plot rundown for this movie. I took some notes that were pretty in depth in parts that I really liked, and then other parts I kind of skipped over. So I will definitely get in depth with the action scenes in this movie. But
please do.
Let's get into it, Myles. Hold on. Where's the goddamn beginning of this fucking shit? The movie opens up with an MS-DOS prompt, a little before our time, but we're still familiar with the technology, thank God. Any other kid born after 2000 has no idea what the fuck is going on in this movie. But we hear the voices of two characters we'll meet later, a man and a woman talking about a man, an important man that they are trying to find, whom Morpheus believes is the one. Then we cut to the year 1999, where we see police trying to apprehend a woman sitting alone in a room. And right away, Myles, we could see the awesome shots that we have here, where the guy busts in the fucking police officer that, put your hands above your head, do it now. And as she's raising her hands up, like the camera like rises up like above the laptop in front of her, which is super cool. And on the street outside, we see three agents pull up, and we are introduced to Agent Smith, played by Hugo Weaving himself. Yeah, go ahead.
Quick. You know what? I just that specific scene where you mentioned Trinity with her hands going up with I remember watching this is like a short video. I remember watching about this guy analyzing different uses of the camera and how just like directors will use certain techniques so you get more immersed. Your eyes are following certain things, so like they'll fix it to certain points that you wouldn't think. Like, instead of just keeping it on her head with a wide shot where she's just raising her head, like you're with it. I don't know.
It goes with the hands. So yeah, and then you see all the flashlights behind her too, like shining behind her head, and you can't see anything else. Is really cool. Yeah. And then we're introduced to Agent Smith, played by Lord Elrond himself. And then he basically tells the police to go fuck themselves. And as the agents are heading up to the scene, the lieutenant tells them, "I sent 2 units. They're bringing her down now." And then Agent Smith turns around and says, "No, Lieutenant, your men are already dead." And I remember hearing this line specifically as a kid and thinking, what the fuck is going on here? Something's about to pop the fuck off. I don't know what it is. I'm fucking 6 years old. I have no idea what's going on. And then as sure as shit, we get back into the room where Trinity makes easy work of these cops. I like the guy who's about to cuff her. She fucking turns around and then pops his arm like out of its socket. So crazy. And then we get the iconic slow-mo scene of Trinity doing like that fucking pose in the air. And then, Trinity gets a call from Morpheus telling her agents are on the way. And then she's like, God damn it. And then he's like, focus, Trinity. You can make it. Then Trinity makes a run for it as one of the agents chases her. She makes this incredible leap off of the roof, which, looks okay nowadays. I'd say it still kind of holds up, but you could definitely tell there's like some green screen buffoonery going on. And then I like this scene here a lot where the agent is just fucking full sprint, not even stopping, makes a jump off the fucking roof into the other roof, and as he lands, he does that cool like superhero landing, but he has like the fucking gun like right here as he lands while he's doing the Iron Man. Yeah, dude, I'm like, dude, that is so fucking sick.
We got they have the T2 run going.
Yeah, he does the fucking just the arms like this, like
no mouth movement.
Yeah, no facial movement, just like this the whole time, running super fast. And then, we get that roof jumping, and then she dives through that window, which is also, like, not very good looking, but as she dives through, I love the roll down the stairs, and she fucking whips out the two guns right away. Just, and then she tells herself to get up real quick.
Get up.
Yeah, I like that scene a lot too, because we just hear no music, no sounds. All you hear is like the little lamp like swing back and forth, and it does that little zoom in on the open window. I'm like, fuck, dude, this is actually kind of creepy. Like anytime that agent just popped through that window, and she gets up right away. Then Trinity reaches a phone booth, and as a truck is about to slam into her, she disappears. And then the agent confirms their informant was correct, and the location of Trinity was correct about the location of Trinity, and they have the name of their next target, Neo. And I just want to take a second here just to observe this little opening scene here. They just throw you right into this, like into this world. They don't explain anything. They don't explain who these agents are, how they could fucking jump from building to building, and and how she just disappeared out of nowhere. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? This is a crazy opening scene, one of the craziest opening scenes of all time. And now we're introduced to Neo, played by Keanu Reeves, and we see him sleeping in front of his computer. When the computer starts to talk to him, he tells him to wake up and follow the white rabbit. There's a knock at the door, and it's Choi, which I never even knew his name till I watched this again and took notes. His name is Choi, and he gets some presumably illegal software from Neo. And Choi and his cute girlfriend, her name is De Jour, by the way. Which, if you put their yeah, dude, I was about to say, if you put their names together, it's choice of the day, Choi and De Jour. So I was like, ooh, that's actually fucking sick as fuck. This cute girlfriend, they invite him to go out and party, and at first Neo refuses, and then he sees the white rabbit tattoo on the girl's shoulder and says, "Yeah, sure, I'll go." Then we cut to sure, I'll go. We cut to a nightclub, and we get one of the most hype fucking, I don't know what you would classify Rob Zombie as. Is it metal? Is it rock, hard rock? I don't know what Rob Zombie is, his genre of music, but we get the most hype songs of all time, Dragula by fucking Rob Zombie. Do the ditches and burn, do the winches and slam. Oh my god, dude. When I fucking first heard this song, I was like, I need this song on my iPod right away. Probably not even iPods. Back then we had, just MP3 players, CD players, whatever, but I need this song right away. Then Neo is approached by Trinity, whom Neo thought was a man after she cracked the IRS D-base. And then Trinity sexually whispers into Neo's ear very, very closely about why Neo is feeling strange and out of place in his life. And she tells him,
growing boy, you're gonna notice these changes.
She tells him, I know why you hardly sleep, why you live alone, and why night after night you sit at your computer. And at that point, I was like, Trinity, are you sure you're not watching me? Like, 'cause I feel personally attacked here, Trinity, because I am doing exactly.
Like porn ads. Are you jerking off right
exactly.
now?
That's exactly what it was. I'm like, Trinity, you're talking about my life exactly right now. I am at my computer night after night. Thank you very much. And she tells him it's the question that drives him. The question is, what is the Matrix? The next morning, Neo wakes up late for work and has a talk with his boss. And then another great shot here, Myles. I don't know if you noticed this, but the shot starts from outside, and we can see the guy cleaning the window with the squeegee, and it zooms in inside. And at his desk, he receives a package from FedEx. He opens it up, and inside was the coolest cell phone of the late 90s and early 2000s. The little Nokia phone that clicks open, which is so fucking cool. Even to this day, I'm like, god damn it, man. Why can't we have a smartphone that clicks
gonna
open
be
like that?
a retro. That's gonna be, bro.
I would totally buy that off of
They're
eBay.
coming
I haven't
back
even
for a
looked.
while.
Yeah, I would totally buy that off of eBay. But yeah, the phone rings. Neo clicks a button. The phone slides open with that cool sound effect. And on the phone is Morpheus himself. And Morpheus tells Neo there are agents coming from him and gives him an escape route. Then Neo climbs out of a window, but chickens out last minute. And then he talks to himself. This is insane. Why is this happening? This is insane. And his hair is all crazy. He's like, this is insane. Then in an interrogation room, Agent Smith questions Neo about his illegal online activities, but Neo ain't having it and says, you can't scare me with this Gestapo crap. I know my rights. And then he says, how about I give you the finger and you give me my phone call? And then Agent Smith replies with, what good is a phone call if you're unable to speak? And I've always liked this, this little tone that he has where he's about to laugh at Neo. He's like, when you're unable to speak. Then Neo's mouth closes up as Agent Smith pulls out a little shrimp bug looking thing and puts it in his belly button.
That scene right there made me so uneasy for
it's so scary.
a long time. You know, it's one of those like I kind of lose my breath a little bit. I get a pit in my stomach and start digging in my belly button. Then I smell it and I'm like, yeah, that's bad. Seeing this reminds me to clean my belly button.
Seeing this body type, by the way, of Neo, where he takes off his shirt and he's just naturally skinny, naturally ripped, I'm like, how is this possible? I've always been fat ever since I was a kid. I've never looked like this ever. I was like, I didn't even know that anybody even could look like this, where you just naturally have a six-pack. That's great.
You know, I'm not gonna.
The man has everything.
You will have your motivation when you're getting paid to work out.
That's true.
Yeah. You know, we're not getting paid to work out.
But
we were.
He has that body type where you don't even need to work out though. It's cheating. Where he's just naturally skinny. Where it's just like, okay, you did 5 sit-ups and you have that six-pack already. That's awesome.
Skinny abs, and they put the shirt up and they bite it. You know, they're like this.
Yeah, that's true. But also, what kind of fun does he have? He doesn't eat like we do. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have the fun that we do. Like he
didn't just have my McDonald's order that I told you.
Exactly. No cream pies for Neo. Neo wakes up that night and thinks it was all a dream. No cream pies till the next movie, at least. Neo wakes up that night, thinks it was all a dream. Then he gets a call from Morpheus. Dude, I was about to fucking say that. Goddamn, you got it. He gets a call from Morpheus, and Morpheus tells him, you are the one, and says, you might have spent the last few years looking for me, but I have spent my entire life looking for you. Which, honestly, it's a very romantic line. Romantic line, and that I might actually have to use one day. You spent the last few years looking for me, but I have spent my entire life looking for you. That's fucking romantic as fuck. And then he arranges a meet. And then at the bridge, Neo is met by Trinity, and it is fucking raining like a motherfucker. If you could see the bridge, it's like flooding. Like, maybe you should put like a flash flood warning out, because someone's gonna all the cats on the street are gonna get swept away by this flood.
Big Fat Liar was fucking filming across the street or something.
At the bridge, Neo is met by Trinity, Switch, and APOC. And let's just take a minute here to appreciate how fucking goddamn cool all of the names in this movie are. Like, they only get cooler with the future movies, and I love how all of the names are like people's like screen names, like when they were hackers, like their gamer tags and shit, which it makes me want a cool gamer tag, but all of my gamer tags have been just garbage my whole life. Like all my screen names and gamer tags, like I would not want to be in the Matrix with my gamer tags. Like,
I would love to have my gamer tag in there right now.
Yours would be cool. Like mine.
No.
I mean,
Barry McCockiner.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's awesome. That would be awesome. Let's go. Do you remember all of your screen names and your gamer tags throughout your life?
I do, and
What was your very first one? Do you remember your very first one?
My first one for Xbox 360 was like.
Oh, was it that Cali one, or was it?
It was like Cali X.
Like Dreamin'? Red. Oh, Red. Yeah, that's right.
I love red.
I forgot about
people know that I'm from California.
Holy shit, yeah.
And it was like capital C, lowercase L, capital L, or no, lowercase a, capital L, lowercase I, with the big X,
Dude.
and then red in all caps.
What a time, by the way, where we had all these little X's and stuff in our gamer tags. Nobody does that nowadays. That was such a moment in time where gamer tags were first coming out, where everybody had little X's and stuff into their names. Like, I'm trying to remember my first AIM name. Did you ever have an AIM?
Oh yeah.
What was your AIM name?
Well, so I was never creative. So I was all
I wasn't either. Mine was
mine
ridiculous.
The Myles Darling.
Okay.
It was the Myles Darling.
Okay, I feel like that would be something that you would have today. Okay,
my
first AIM name was Philippine Cuisine. Fucking terrible. I would never go into the Matrix with that name. And then my first gamer tag ever, you don't even know. Well, maybe you do know this. I don't know. I think you came around when it was the second gamer tag. Very first gamer tag was Da Looney one. It was spelled D-A.
Oh,
you remember that one?
Remember.
That was my very first one.
I do remember.
It was all one word, DALOONEY, and then the number 1. So Da Looney one. So stupid. I don't know why I did that. Second gamer tag, I love your sushi roll, which I'm kind of happy about that.
That was a really
that was
good
a
one.
fucking.
Like, you got that whole thing.
Yeah,
there was a limit. You got
yeah,
it in there.
I had to spell love with LUV, but I thought it was very funny. It was very funny. I thought
we were just.
A moment in time. Yeah, exactly. A moment in time, which if I had that gamer tag today, people were like, what the fuck are you saying? But at that time, it was a hit. You know what I'm saying? And then now it's just very boring. Now it's just like my last name. And
Patam.
Yeah, now it's just my last name, which
I got like different ones for different. I use my Myles D. That's just kind of like generic for Xbox.
Yeah.
It's whatever, it's PG. I got Barry McCockiner.
That's a fucking good one. That's a great one. If you were in the Matrix, that would be a great one to bring.
Yeah, it would be just.
Imagine an agent coming up to you, Mr. McCockiner. You go by the alias Barry McCockiner, huh?
Every time somebody would say that, I just feel like, hold on a second. Just stop.
Mr. McCockiner.
Please, my friends call me Barry. Oh my god.
Please, call me Barry.
One. It was like my dad used this. It's called Fuqua.
Oh,
like, fuck you.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
that was from PlayStation.
Yeah, you had that on PlayStation, right? That's actually a pretty cool one. That would be dope.
Fuqua.
Yeah, that's pretty sick, actually. Oh man, that would be a cool Matrix name. Yeah. What does it mean, by the way?
It means like fuck you.
How though? Like where did that even come from?
It was just something that he told me.
Oh,
and I went with it.
Yiddish, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, some Yiddish or some locker room talk.
Yeah,
boys will be boys.
Some like white people talk or something like that. Sorry. Yeah. But Neo gets in the car and Trinity tells him to lift his shirt off and tells him they think he's been bugged as she whips out a device that looks through his belly button and extracts the shrimp-looking machine out of his belly button. And this looks painful as hell. Like the second it gets sucked out,
like a fucking cockpit.
She's like clear, and it fucking shocks his belly button, and it comes out, and it looks all bloody and shit. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
And then
they throw it out, and it solidifies.
I like his reaction. Jesus Christ, that thing's real. We are now introduced to Morpheus, played by old Larry Fishburne himself.
That's probably real quick. That's probably how our computers felt. Anytime we went to LimeWire, or
oh my god, yeah,
from LimeWire, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ!
Just all this fucking and that shocker thing. That's like the antivirus. It's like Jesus, again, you downloaded another fucking.
Computers just you get a Trojan horse and you're just
another like Heather I Deep Throat video. Jesus Christ, but the OG porns before like we had porn sites, just downloading like random porns off of LimeWire with like stupid like names in there. Like I don't know if this will give me a virus, but I need to watch this because I have nothing else.
I remember needing that song Stronger, but Kanye West. Because I heard it on my friend Darrow Chum, his MySpace page. He had it on there before that was the first place I ever heard it.
Wow.
It was not anywhere. And I was like, I need this fucking song right now, dude. And he's like, dude, I got it off LimeWire, but good luck trying to find it. And I must have downloaded about 50 different versions, dude. None of them were good.
And then those
I'll
little
tell you
like
what.
drops in the background from those bootleg songs, that explosive shit, or that fucking downloading that Down by Jay Sean, where you hear that Young Kings Daily in the background. You know what I'm saying? Like these old drops from these pirates that would just upload the shit, dude. People don't know. Kids don't know. They got all these fucking. They got all these streaming and shit. Yeah.
I remember downloading that song. I remember.
Did you ever buy music? First of all, did you ever have to buy music? Like I bought a handful of songs back in my day on iTunes, but mostly all of it all pirated. Yeah.
I did a bad thing with my dad's credit card.
Oh no!
On iTunes. Yeah, I racked up a couple $1,000.
Oh shit!
Yeah, worth of like movies.
Oh.
This is when I first got my iPod. When I got like my first iPod, like the
iPod Video.
Yeah, iPod Video, and you could have movies on there. You could have games. You could have fucking.
I still have my iPod Video. Yeah, I love that thing.
Because my dad's card was connected to the account, and I'm just like, I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know to the extent that I was doing it. So over a few months' time, I racked up a couple $1,000
Holy
worth of
shit.
music, games, movies. I filled my iPod up, dude.
Oh my god. And those songs, songs were always $1, like never less than $1, never more than $1, always $1. And yeah, I don't remember how much movies were, and movies are probably like fucking like $5 or something like that. But man, what a time. What a time. Like you never have to pay for any individual song ever again. Like that's a foreign concept to kids nowadays, paying for individual songs. I remember before iTunes, or actually it was after iTunes, because I was like, these are too expensive, and I found
Windows Media Player.
Yeah, I found I remember like the colors and shit were like fucking going all over.
Best, dude, the best visualizers.
Yeah, the visualizers. I remember I found a Russian site where the songs were 25 cents each back in the day. So I got a little.
Were they in English?
They were in English, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They were in English, but yeah, I found a little way around it.
Was from fucking The Office.
Yeah.
Where he was like, I know this.
Yeah, dude, I remember watching that episode. I was like, dude, that's what I did. I found my fucking songs on Russian sites back in the day. Like that's how crazy it was.
She's like, oh, but you know, they're all in German.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
She's like, oh, okay. But yeah, I mean that was my life. I was fucking 25 cents a pop back then.
God, I saw a post recently. Hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
Where it was like, imagine this: your 2007 LimeWire Wrapped, like. Fucking,
oh my god!
Like Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify.
You downloaded 568 songs and it's like of those 568. 100 and whatever were playable.
I was about to say, you would download fucking 5 of the same goddamn song just to find one that would play. Like, God, man. Oh, what a time.
Like you extracted.
Yeah.
You contracted X amount of viruses.
What a janky dude. I was on there to the end. Like I still remember when LimeWire went away and I had to get FrostWire. I was like, fuck, dude. I can't believe this is happening. And then I don't even remember what happened, what I did for music after that. I think
I don't either. We were in limbo. I think that was
right before Spotify. Yeah, Spotify didn't come till we were out of high school.
I didn't subscribe to Spotify until like
way after high school. Yeah.
5 years ago, dude.
Yeah. I don't even remember what we did for music back then. YouTube? No, not even YouTube. We didn't have smartphones in high school, really. So,
dude, just radio? Like, no.
Oh, I remember I would have to like when Jimmy like got an iPod, I would have to just give him all my songs. Like, I think we would just literally like pass songs like to each other, like plug our shit into someone else's computer and put the songs on there. Like that's how we just got it. No streaming or anything. Yeah. And then sometimes it would fuck up where you plug the iPod in. It's like, oh fuck, it just wiped the whole thing. Just motherfucker. Yeah. It's like, God, man, kids don't fucking know nowadays.
The struggle. Oh my god, that was such a good trip. I remember like.
Oh man. Anyways, where was I? Played by Lawrence Fishburne. And yeah, this introduction to Morpheus. I fucking love this introduction as he turns around. The lightning strikes behind him and his first words are "at last." And yeah, let's just take a moment to acknowledge how dope Morpheus is as a character. Like, first of all, the way he's dressed. He's wearing that long black trench coat and the sunglasses. Even though he's inside, it's dark out and it's raining. What's the point of the sunglasses? But the sunglasses, Miles. We have to talk about this. It is something that we have talked about for over a decade now at this point in our friendship. The sunglasses with no stems at the side just clips onto the nose.
Dude, those...
Remember when you broke your glasses?
Oh my.
You just had it like that, like Morpheus.
I could not look down. I had to stay straight.
It's the fucking funniest shit. But it's still, it's still one of the coolest designs I've ever seen. It's so simple. Just take off the stems. Like, that's all you need, yeah. And they're round and they were mirrored, which is super cool. Yeah, just a one-of-a-kind design that we just never have seen anywhere else. Then Morpheus tells Neo that the Matrix is all around us, even now in this very room. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. Unless you're Wesley Snipes and you evade those taxes. And it is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. And he tells Neo that he is a slave and he was born into a prison for his mind. Excuse me, I had a burp. And then Morpheus takes out 2 pills. We get probably the coolest shot in this whole movie. Morpheus holds out a red pill and a blue pill. And we could see the reflection in his sunglasses, where we see him holding the pill in each hand, and Neo reaching out for one of them. And then he says the blue pill, if he takes the blue pill, the story ends, and you wake up in your bed and believe what you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. And of course he takes the red pill. Then Morpheus takes Neo to another room filled with equipment and his crew, and Morpheus tells him the pill he took is part of a tracer program, so they can pinpoint the location of his body in the outside world. Then Neo reaches for a mirror, but the mirror sticks to his hand and starts to envelope his body as it finally goes into his mouth. And I love this. Here we get that great sound where he starts to scream as it's going into his throat.
Oh,
but
dude,
it turns into like a digital scream, like while it gets in. It's so cool. I love that.
That's a very satisfying sound.
And then it goes black. The Neo wakes up in a pool full of KY jelly, which is fucking disgusting. And then
Depends on what you're doing. So
maybe he's having fun, yeah. And then we see a bunch of tubes attached to his body, and he takes that one out of his throat. It's like, oh my god, it's deep in there.
Heather, bro.
Shout out to iDeepthroat.com, Heather Brooke, which. Yeah, I know way too much about porn. See, Heather Brooks, not even her real name. That was the name of her friend, but who's counting? Then in a haunting scene here. Yeah, right. You're welcome. In a haunting scene here, where he sees the rows and rows of pods of bodies, of pods with bodies in them. He gets flushed into the pod where he drops into the water and is picked up by a human claw machine. Then Morpheus grabs his body and tells him, "Welcome to the real world." Then we get a little montage here of the crew repairing Neo's body. And then Neo wakes up now recovered with his head shaved and notices a massive plug in the back of his head. Morpheus tells Neo he is no longer living in the year 1999 and it is actually closer to the year 2199. Then he walks him through the Nebuchadnezzar, which... Are you fucking kidding me? Nebuchadnezzar? That is such a... Yeah, that is so sick. Then he introduces him to the rest of the crew. And again, some of the coolest names you'll ever hear in a movie. I mean, does it get any cooler than 2 big black guys named Tank and Dozer, Miles? Tank and Dozer? That is so fucking cool. Those are like
who's bigger?
Yeah.
If you're just hearing these names for the first time, which one's the bigger guy?
Those are like those are straight up like Gears of War names. Those are fucking sick, dude. We're also introduced to Cypher, played by Joe Pantoliano. Joe Pantoliano, which a strange thing to see him in this movie, honestly, because we got a bunch of like no-name actors in this, right, as the rest of the crew, and then we got Joe Pantoliano, the guy from Bad Boys, the guy from fucking, from Sopranos, and he's in the Goonies, and a bunch of different shit. So it's a little weird seeing him now, as big as an actor as he is, with these other no-name actors in there.
That's where I got my hairstyle from.
Oh, that is definitely, dude. Yeah, that's totally a fucking Joey Pants mustache right there. Then we see the purpose of the hole in the back of Neo's head, and it is used to jack them into the Matrix. Inside the Matrix now, Neo looks normal with his hair again and asks Morpheus if what he's looking at is real. And then I love this line here. Morpheus replies, "What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can taste, what you can smell, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain." which is a rabbit hole I do not want to go down. Like, you start thinking about that long enough, it's like, oh shit, you will convince yourself that you're in a simulation.
Whoa.
Yeah, if you keep thinking about
convince
that.
yourself to come right now.
Dude, I wish. That would be the greatest superhero power. And then Morpheus gives us a brief history of the world. It talks about humans giving birth to AI, humans and robots having a war, and then since robots get their energy from the sun, some genius decides to black out the sky, even though we also need the sun for, I don't know, just about everything. So
we're gonna look like the entirety of the UK here.
Everything ever, you know, and then the remaining humans went underground to build Zion, while the robots harvested humans to use for energy and imprison their minds inside of the Matrix, which that's kind of nice of the robots to give us a little like prison for our minds, right? Like they could have just left us sleeping there, like doing nothing, but they gave us a little playground in the Matrix. So I mean, they could have done nothing. So I kind of appreciate that.
A show we've talked about this show.
That's a Black Mirror.
I just had the name in my fucking head. Jesus Christ. Anyways, it's on Amazon. It's about a guy.
Okay.
It's called Upload. It's about a guy who
you told me about that the last one, right? Or the last, yeah.
And so his mind gets uploaded into the afterlife, this program that uploads dead people to it, and you are basically in paradise. But it's just it's just a digital, like you can interact with people in the outside world.
Oh.
But your body is rendered into this like digital paradise.
How shit would it be though if you run into a dead guy that you just really hate? You're like, oh fuck, this guy's
can I
here.
Just kill this guy again.
Fucking Hitler's here. Who invited him to the goddamn digital underworld or whatever?
Oh, his descendants paid for his.
God damn it! Can he get his own server? Like, why is he in here with us? Like,
his own server with a whole bunch of just like Nazi hunters.
Yeah, just whites and blondes. Yeah,
you know,
like,
Al Pacino.
I don't want him in my server.
I don't know.
It always smells like something's burning when he's in here. It's like, oh god, I don't want.
The goddamn barber only does one kind of haircut.
Is that Hitler having a barbecue again over there? Jesus Christ! And then why
don't you deep fry something every now and then, okay?
And then Neo freaks out and he throws up and he wakes up and asks Morpheus if it's too late to go back, and but he says, Morpheus says no. It is too late, but if you could go back, would you want to? And to which I would reply, fuck yes, get me out of this fucking hellhole. Put me back in a time with video games and McDonald's and fucking strippers and shit. Like, because this real world sucks. Like, I don't want to live on this ship with a bunch of
now
fucking...
Now that you know that, you go back in, I mean, everything.
It's a paradise. Yeah, that's a paradise. It's paradise compared to living on a ship with nothing. And the next morning, Tank grabs Neo for some good old-fashioned combat training. And then Tank loads up programs into Neo's brain for 10 straight hours, and he says, "Jujitsu, I'm gonna learn Jujitsu." And then I like this response from Tank. He just winks at him like, "That's right, baby, Jujitsu." He uploads programs into Neo's brain for 10 straight hours, and when Neo wakes up, he tells Morpheus, "I know Kung Fu." And Morpheus replies with what, Myles?
Show me.
Show me. And in probably my favorite scene in this whole movie, Myles, a scene that honestly changed the way I looked at movies forever after this. Morpheus and Neo are loaded.
You're talking about when he barges in. Morpheus is fighting Neo, right?
Morpheus is fighting Neo still to this day. I say that every time. Fight! And they all run fucking to go to the fight. Fight!
That's so Superman. That's where they got that.
Fight! I've been fucking praying for a fight. I've been fucking praying for a fight. Yeah, that's definitely that scene recreated.
That is
for sure. And Morpheus and Neo are loaded into a dojo and have an all-out fight. And everything about the scene is a fucking masterclass in filmmaking. Just the choreography, the sheer speed that these two are moving at. I remember when this scene first came out, I was like, okay, I've seen kung fu movies before, but the way they move, dude, I'm like, how are they moving this fucking fast? And the sound design too, I love the sound design where every movement you hear, like you can hear them like cutting through the air with the like they're fucking Power Rangers and shit. And the pacing, I love the pacing too. I barely noticed this this time watching it again, but it goes from like a semi-serious fight when they first start to with like traditional dojo drums and stuff, and then it gets to like a fun part of the fight where it does like industrial like techno music while they're fighting, and then it gets super serious.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
And at the end it gets super serious when he says that, and the intense music goes. And then just standout moments here. I'm not gonna go by the fight move by move, but Myles,
different like fighting styles starts that they have too.
Super
like,
cool.
He does like a different there's like this like the Bruce Lee kind of just like jumping. Then he stops into like a.
It's like those Mortal Kombat games where you can change the fighting style and they change like different stances as you're changing like your fighting style. It's so cool. And then like you said, Myles busting into the room to tell the crew Morpheus is fighting Neo, and they all fucking go running into like.
They're just like fuck this.
Dude, they hop over the table and shit like it's a fucking high school fight in the quad. Like just go running towards it. Then Morpheus doing
a skinny person thing or a fit guy thing, but I never thought about doing that.
Going up over like the table.
Over anything,
like,
over anything.
Why would? Because we break things. That's why. That's why we don't do it.
Do break things. We break ourselves mainly.
and then of course more slow mo here. Morpheus doing that dope ass like where he does that super leap where he's like up in the air and he comes down with that flying knee, literally breaking through the floor. So cool. A move that we will see later on in another movie. Then Morpheus trying to convince Neo like, hey, none of this is real, man. Like, the rules don't apply to you here. Especially that line where he bends over and he's like, you think that's air you're breathing? Oh. And then, like, Neo, like, kind of looks up at him. He's like, oh, wait. Yeah, I don't even need to breathe heavy. And he, like, kind of, like, breathes normal because he's, like, breathing heavy. And then he's like, oh, wait, I'm totally fine. I don't actually need to breathe that heavy.
That point,
yeah.
And, like, it just in cinema history, he's just has been uttered just, like, it's one of those lines where you just... That's my takeaway. It's just,
and that one line too, where he's like, "You think this place has anything to do with the size of my muscles or whatever?" Like the way he's talking about it, he's like, "This is nothing, bro. Like this is the playground. You should be fucking kicking my ass right now." And then he's like, "Yeah, the rules don't apply here. You need to let go." And the fight getting serious at the end there with the "come on, stop trying to hit me," where it's just all you hear is the fucking movement of their hands, and it gets even faster. And then Neo finally beating Morpheus in the end, which is super cool. I know what you're trying to do.
Oh, and they're all by the way, they're all looking at the fucking
super
code
cool
that's dropping down like you see in our background.
Yeah,
that's what they're looking at, and they're like, they see pictures in that shit. Like,
and I like how like Myles is like watching it, and he's like, he's like mimicking the moves. I'm like, dude, that would totally be me.
Or just somebody do sign language, you're just like, oh shit. He's like, oh.
Then Morpheus and Neo get loaded into the jump program. Then Morpheus makes an impossible leap to the next building and tells Neo to free his mind. And Neo does that. Whoa. Like as he jumps over. Whoa. And of course Neo doesn't make the jump because nobody ever makes the first jump. And then when they come back, Neo asks Morpheus, if you die in the Matrix, do you die here? And Morpheus says the body cannot live without the mind. And I was like, so yes, you could have just said yes in that situation instead of talking like in fucking riddles.
Yeah. Yes.
How about you tell me before I make that jump that yes, you will die. So and then Morpheus and Neo get loaded into the Matrix again, this time in a very busy street. Morpheus explains that if you are not one of us, you are the enemy until you are freed, which I'm not too sure about that one. Like, it almost sounds like he's like something of a radical terrorist when he said that. And then Neo gets distracted by the woman in the red dress, and I do not blame him at all. Like, if a beautiful woman like that was giving me those eyes, I would be like, Morpheus, take 5. Okay, Morpheus, pal. And then Morpheus.
One of those pills, Viagra, by any chance.
Where's that blue pill? Give me that blue pill again. And then Morpheus tells Neo to look again, but this time he is met with the end of an agent's gun when Morpheus freezes it, and he explains that agents are the gatekeepers. They are guarding all the doors. They are holding all the keys, and sooner or later, someone is going to have to fight them. Then he says, even though agents have killed everyone in their path, they will never be as strong or as fast as you can be. And Neo asks, what are you trying to tell me? That I could dodge bullets? And my fucking favorite line in this whole movie here, he says, "No, Neo. I'm trying to tell you that when you're ready, you won't have to." And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Let's fucking go. So fucking cool. Still the best movie, or still the best line in this whole movie. And at some point, we're introduced to the Sentinel Robots that look like mechanical squids, and their only defense against them is an EMP, an electrical magnetic pulse, which I'm like, come on, man. That's like your only defense against these fuckers is literally knocking out every electrical device. And then we see Cypher meeting with an agent in the Matrix with Agent Smith, and he's eating the most delicious fucking looking steak I've ever seen. Myles, to this day, I still have no idea what kind of like cut that steak is, but it looks so thick and it's juicy. Is it a ribeye? Because it was fat. You know what I mean? It was like a fat piece. Yeah, I still don't. Maybe a filet mignon. I don't know what it is.
No, fillets are smaller.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Like a.
It wasn't a prime rib. It wasn't a prime.
Because it was kind of fat, but it was like so pink and rare inside. Oh, so good. And then Cypher makes a deal with the agent to put his body back into the Matrix in exchange for Morpheus, and Morpheus has the access codes to the Zion mainframe, of course. The Neo goes to see the Oracle, who doesn't directly tell him he's not the one, but lets him come to his own conclusion that he's not the one, and it's because just he isn't ready to believe in that yet. And at the extraction point, actually, she gives him an oatmeal cookie before he leaves, which, if I was Neo, I would have crushed that oatmeal cookie and blown it right in her fucking face, because fuck oatmeal cookies. That's why. How you tricked me into coming to your fucking apartment thinking that you had chocolate chip cookies, but it was goddamn oatmeal. So I'm gonna throw it right back in your face.
I would take every vase in her house and slam it on the ground. That's what I would do.
Remember that part where she's like, "You see that sign up there?" I'd be like, "Oh yeah, this sign," and then just knock it off.
Knock it out of there.
This sign right here.
But you didn't think I was gonna do this? Take everything out of the fridge, all the shelves.
Wasn't there like a scary movie
yes,
like parody scene about this?
Yes, there was, where Morpheus was played by Charlie Murphy. No, not Charlie. God damn it, Eddie Griffin.
Oh shit, that's right.
And Queen Latifah was
Queen Latifah, the Oracle. That's right.
He came in. He was
because there's something about a vase in that too, right?
Yeah. She's like, "Don't worry about that vase." He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then she's like, "Not that one." And it was a giant fucking one that came from the ceiling that fucking knocked her out.
I couldn't remember, but yeah, you just jogged my memory.
Oh man, that's so good. That was when it stopped being good.
And then at the what was that, 2 or 3? That was 3, right?
That was 3.
Yeah, 3 is still my favorite one, honestly. I fucking love 3. And at the extraction point, Neo sees a black cat, another one just like that, and says, "Whoa, deja vu." And then Trinity gets all fucking serious. She's like, "What the fuck did you just say? Just fucking say deja vu."
Did you just say the D word?
Did you fucking say? And then Trinity tells him that deja vu is a glitch in the Matrix and usually means a change has happened. And upstairs, Myles tries to escape, but the change has turned all of the windows into walls, and he goes down like a fucking total badass. I love this scene here where he like wipes the fucking things off the case and takes out those fucking massive guns that I've never seen those guns in my life, but they're huge. Los brazos, and he fucking just goes down. He goes down like a fucking hero, just blasting his way.
This is the first time you see them die, like
in the chair, dude, when they're just fucking like, and he's getting fucking shot up, and all the blood coming out. Yeah, and then
he looks like he's you nut, but she keeps saying,
yeah, you're just fucking. But I just love the way he goes out, dude. He's just fucking yelling. That's the way I would love to go out. Just fucking, just blasting both guns like nonstop. And then the crew decides to make an escape through the walls, but a soldier finds them, and Smith takes over his body. And this effect, by the way, of them him like taking over the bodies, which is kind of rough, but if you watch the trailers for the new one, it looks so sick when they like the agents like take over. You can see like their face kind of turn, and then it turns into the agent face. I can't wait for that effect because it's a little rough in this movie.
And then you can see like when it's
Yeah,
especially
the
part
hand.
when his hands like
Yeah.
coming out of his other hand, and you're like,
It just
"Oh, it's a
appears.
little uneasy."
Yeah, it's just another hand that
Yeah.
appears. But I do like the idea, though. On paper, it's a really cool idea. And then Smith takes over his body and then grabs Neo through the wall. And then Morpheus literally headbutts his way through the wall, which is so sick. Yeah, he does this. And then fucking boom. And then he holds Smith down and tells the crew to leave. And then I love this little rapport they have here. The great Morpheus, we meet at last. And then Morpheus is like, and you are Smith, Agent Smith. And then Morpheus says, you all look the same to me. And then, Morpheus has some cool moves here, but Smith fucking just pieces him the fuck up. Like it's
that move where he puts his hand on the ground, and he
dude,
does like
so sick. I love that
Oh,
move. Awesome. But the noises that Morpheus makes, dude, especially when he's headbutting him, he's like, but I love the moves here where Smith, he does that dope ass move where he like hits the ground and he stands up like with no hands, dude. It's fucking sick. And that move he does on Morpheus where he claps his head and he fucking just slaps him and he hits the sink. It's such a
dude, when he hit
ear clap.
Toilet.
Yeah, and the porcelain just poof. But man, yeah, this scene's really dope because we just saw Morpheus be a badass like 2 seconds ago, right? With kicking Neo's ass, and then the fucking agent just pieces him up like it's Thanos versus the Hulk.
Oh my god, dude.
And then, he takes Morpheus as prisoner, and then Cypher separates himself from the group and gets out of the Matrix before the rest of the people. And then back on the ship, Cypher shoots Tank with an electric gun and straight up just barbecues Dozer, like crispy, extra crispy. You could see his arms all fucking just like burnt up, which is fucking nasty.
Well, the gun is actually pretty cool. I don't
Yeah,
know why they
it
don't
is a
use
cool
that
gun.
against the
Yeah.
fucking,
Which is weird because they actually do in the future movies. No
Would they?
spoilers, but yeah, they don't even use them anywhere else.
pussy.
And then Trinity answers the phone and Cypher reveals that he was the rat the entire time. God damn you, Cypher!
God damn you, Cypher.
Actually, I got ahead of myself here. He pulls the plug on APOC and Switch. And then, of course, Switch was not like this. Not like this. And then she's just staring at the camera. I just love that effect. They're just like, and then they're just dead. And the goddamn you, Cypher. And then he's about to pull the plug on Neo. Actually, I love this editing too. This editing is really cool, where he's like in Trinity's face, like really sexually about to like kind of kiss her. And I also like the part where where Morpheus is just sitting in the chair and he climbs on top of him and he's like, "Surprise, asshole!"
Because Morpheus is just going through mental hell right
Can
now.
you imagine how many takes that would have took? If I was Lawrence Fishburne, I would have been cracking up every time.
Yeah, I would've had a boner.
He just has to
What?
sit there, like completely still. And then he's about to pull the plug on Neo, and I like this here. He's like, I mean, how can he be the one if he's dead? Like, it would be impossible for me to pull the plug on this guy if he is the one. And then I like this scene too with the dialogue. She's like, look into his eyes and tell me yes or no. And she's about to answer. She says yes, and then he says no. I don't believe it. And then fucking Tank with a weird like Brooklyn accent out of nowhere. Believe it or not, you son of a bitch, you're still gonna burn. And then he fucking barbecues Cypher, which looks painful as hell. And then that was basically like a Stone Cold Steve Austin moment where you just hear the glass breaking and then just fucking believe it or not, you son of a bitch. And then Tank brings Neo and Trinity back and tell them the only way to prevent the Zion access codes from getting put into the hands of the machines is if they pull the plug on Morpheus. And at some point, the agents pump Morpheus full of like some like truth serum. I don't know what it is, to break into his mind. But then we get some great acting here from Agent Smith. He gets real for a second. He takes his glasses off. He's like, I need to get out of here. I need to be free. Dude, it's disgusting. Where he like takes his like sweat and he like starts smelling it. And I was like, that's disgusting, dude. Don't do that. That's fucking gross.
Well, freaking Morpheus is just like,
yeah, he's like, he's the Elijah Wood where he's about to fucking put on the ring and he's getting the And then Tank is about to pull the plug on Morpheus when Neo stops him. He says, "Stop! I can't believe this is happening." And he says he's going back in to save him, and Trinity insists on tagging along. And this fucking, I don't know why they left this line in here, but Tank is like, "Neo, this is local." He tells him this is local. Like, why? Who came up with that line? Why would you tell him it's local?
Wait, what are you, Puerto Rican?
Yeah, I mean, he was born in Zion. Is there any people who speak Spanish in Zion? Like, how does he know?
Out quick.
They're not allowed in here.
No, get out of here.
Then Neo and Trinity load into the Matrix, and Neo asks for guns. Lots of guns. And I love this scene here with all the racks of guns just fucking loading in. And then Trinity's like, "Neo, this is crazy. Nobody's ever done anything like this." And as he grabs the MP5, he's like, "That's why it's gonna work." And he fucking hits it as the music goes. I'm like, oh shit, let's fucking go. And then they walk into the building where Morpheus is being kept, and we get one of the biggest gunfights I've ever seen in my life. Just an amazing, it's a long scene, so I'm not gonna go by too much into detail, but just an amazing scene overall. Just the use of slow-mo in this scene, just the memorable moments here. Neo fucking crossing his arms, like the first fight that he has, he fucking whips open the jacket. Holy shit! He fucking gets
They're going through the fucking metal detector.
Yeah. Dude, the way he fucking crossfires both of them, and the guy reading the newspaper, he gets shot, and it gets shot in half as he's getting shot. It's awesome. And then, you know, Trinity kicking the shotgun out of that guy's hand, and it goes behind him, and she catches it and fucking blasts him in the back. Awesome. And then, you know, a lot of slow-mo here with Neo doing the cartwheel and picking up the gun as he does the cartwheel, and then doing another cartwheel as he's shooting the fucking gun at the same time. Fucking amazing. And then on the roof, they clear out more soldiers, but Neo runs into an agent, and I like this scene here. He runs out of bullets. He's like, "Trinity, help!" He's just like, he's like, "Fuck, I don't have any more guns." He's like, "Help!" And then the agent fucking opens fire, and we get bullet time. We get the bullet time scene here from Neo, a scene that still is super cool to this day. I really like this scene, especially like as he goes from like normal speed, where he like does that first one, and it just zoo, 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 and he does that cool slow mo. And then I like this.
Catches him. Ah, my nutsack.
He gets him a couple times, and he falls down. And then as he's about to finish him off, he says, "Only human." And then Trinity fucking pops up behind him and says,
"Dude, yeah,
awesome. Dodge this." Boom! Blasts him in the head.
Dude, that was.
And then Trinity learns how to fly a helicopter. She does the eye thing too, though, which is awesome. I would love to learn things on the fly like that, where he just uploads a program into her head. Like, here you go. Now you know how to fucking fly a helicopter.
I can do taxes now.
Then we see the agents gathered around Morpheus, and as if I ever see like the woman in the red dress, it'd be like, "Tank, give me the fucking Kama Sutra right now into my brain." Then we see the agents gathered around Morpheus, and as we see the helicopter lower to the window, I love this scene here. It lowers right at the window, and then fucking Smith looks out, and he's like, "No." And as he says that, you see Neo pull the triggers and just fucking blasts everything. Neo, mounted on a chain gun, opens fire, destroys the agents in more awesome slow-mo. Particularly Agent Smith, as he like falls on his ass as the bullets are like coming at him, is fucking brutal. I don't know how he didn't hit Morpheus though, because if you see it in real time, he's just doing this and blasting everything in sight. So not a single bullet hits Morpheus, but he breaks out of his cuffs and he gets shot in the leg in slow motion. But Neo jumps out halfway and meets Morpheus. And then in one of my favorite action sequences of all time here, Trinity drops Neo and Morpheus on the roof of a building. Neo, still attached to the rope, hangs onto it as Neo fucking shoots the rope, disconnecting from the helicopter, and swings out as it crashes into the building. One of the coolest scenes ever. Then Neo pulls her up, and I was like, dude, imagine if he was wearing no sleeves. You could fucking see his arms just pulling her up there. And then Neo, Trinity, and Morpheus go to an extraction point in a subway. And Morpheus and Trinity manage to escape before Smith arrives, destroying the phone. Mr. Anderson. I love that scene too. And then a little like homage to like Western movies here. We see like both their hands like by their like guns and holsters, and you can see like a tumbleweed kind of cross by. They do that slow motion. They jump at each other, busting like every bullet at each other, and then you're empty. You too. I just see just these lines at each other here. And then actually before that happens, I like this scene here where Neo's about to run away, and then he turns around and says, "Fuck this. I'm gonna fucking fight Agent Smith right now." They have a dope ass big fight here. And then back on the ship too, the Sentinels are moving closer, and the EMP is armed as Morpheus tells Trinity he's beginning to believe. And I just love how this you know, the fight starts with the slow-mo, and then they fight for real without their guns, which is awesome. And he says, "I'm gonna enjoy watching you die, Mr. Anderson." It looks like Neo is down for the count, where he just spits out all that blood, which is fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
And then he gets up, dude, and he does like the most badass move in the whole movie, where he does that fucking pose, like, and all the dust goes flying off of him at the same time. He's just like that. Oh, dude, it's so sick. And then he gives him the fucking this, and he gives him the, "Come on, motherfucker, let's go." Oh my god, it is awesome. You know, he gets the upper hand in the fight, and he does that move that you and I always talked about. He catches the punch, does the fingers to the throat. I like the sound. But Smith eventually wins out and takes Neo to the tracks to get ran over by the train. And he says, "Do you hear that, Mr. Anderson? That is the sound of inevitability. That is the sound of your death." Then he says, "Goodbye, Mr. Anderson." And then, in a very predictable scene, but still cool, he's like, "My name is Neo." And then, you know, he escapes. And then I like this scene here a lot too. As Neo's about to run away, we see the train just stop, and fucking Agent Smith runs out, full suit, glasses, everything.
He walks out.
He just walks out, and he just stares at him. Like, it's really creepy too, because everything's back to normal. Like, he's got everything back on. He just stares at him like, "I'm fucking coming for you," and he just makes a run for it. Then Neo makes it outside the door of the extraction point, but Smith beats him there and shoots a whole clip into Neo and kills him. And then Trinity tells Neo that she loves him in a scene that
You can't be dead.
I fucking hate this, dude. I really hate this, honestly. Like, I don't understand how they're supposed to be in love.
The power of love fucking heals.
Neo's only known her for like 2 days. It's like, are you sure, man? Like, they've
been stalking him for a while.
She's been stalking him. Yeah.
Fucking.
I could understand how she would be in love with him, but
shrine to him.
For him to be in love with her, it's like, okay, man, I barely even know you, and you've got really short hair. Like, in a time where short hair was not cool, you know what I mean? So, then Neo wakes back up, and Morpheus knows that he is the one. The agents fire at him, but he says no, and he stops the bullets midair. And then we get the shot from Neo's perspective, and he sees all the code, which is really cool. But that would kind of get really tiring after a while. I'd be like, can we turn this filter off? Like, it's the Master Chief Collection, where you turn off like the bad graphics and you turn on the good stuff, you know, vice versa. Because I would hate seeing code all the time. I'd be like, I can't tell if is she hot? I don't know. You got to tell me, Morpheus. Is that chick even hot? Because all I see is fucking letters on her face. I have no idea. And then Smith tries to start smoke with Neo, but Neo literally fights him with one arm. I love this scene too, where it's his face. He's like,
he's not even looking at him.
He does that one arm thing, of course, where he's
thinking about what he's gonna have for dinner later.
One arm behind his back, just and it's too easy. And of course, he does the kick. I can't even get my leg up there. God. He does the kick. And he does the funniest. I don't know why he holds it there for so goddamn long, but he does the kick. And then he jumps inside of Agent Smith, killing him as the other agents run away, which I really like. They kind of look at each other and they're like, fuck this, we're out of here. And then another scene I love, Neo does that flex too, where he does that breathe in, and all the walls expand, and he just
distorts everything around him.
Literally flexes on them.
Like, it makes sense because now it's just like the Matrix is bending to his will.
He's just he's making everything what he wants it to be.
He has ascended. He finished Pornhub. That's what he did.
Have you seen that meme where it gets to the last page of Pornhub and then the caption's like, "They're just not her, bro." They're just not her, bro. The Sentinels are breaching the ship and the EMP is blown just as Neo comes back. Neo now back in the Matrix as the One and says on the phone, "I'm going to hang up this phone and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. A world without control, a world without borders or boundaries, a world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you." And then we see Neo hang up the phone as a fucking slapping Rage Against the Machine song plays in the background. He puts on his fucking cool sunglasses now and he looks up in the sky. The camera zooms out all the way out into the sky, and then we see Neo fly past the camera as fucking Zach De La Rocha says, "Come on!" And then the fucking credits roll. Awesome ending. I fucking love that ending, dude. So good. And that is the end of The Matrix. What a ride that was. God. That might be the most fun I ever had doing a rundown. I was pretty into it. But
That was a good rundown right there.
Oh, man. I know,
like
that's why I wore the wireless headphones today, because I know it's gonna be moving around a lot. And I was like, I
didn't even notice.
I gotta throw in the bows. I gotta throw in the kicks while I'm at it too. So, yeah, I came prepared. But do you have any trivia, Myles? I remember reading trivia a long time ago, but I don't remember anything really.
Yeah, there's a lot here for this. I'll go through some of it. The opening action scene took 6 months of training and 4 days to shoot. That.
The one was with Trinity? Oh,
yeah.
shit. Wow.
That's a long time.
A heavy Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon influence into this, by the way. Like, I'm just noticing now, all the wire work and stuff, I'm like, I feel like they came out at the same time, though. Like, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
I thought Crouching Tiger came out in 2000.
Right? Like, I feel like...
Maybe they came out around the same time.
Yeah.
They came out around the same.
2000, yeah. So, I mean, they were basically the same time. So, I think that was just that era of, all kung fu movies had a lot of wire work at that time. So,
yeah, I mean, it's big. I mean, like, it was in.
Shout out to Chow Yun Fat. God, man, what the hell happened to him?
That Chow Yun Fat.
Dude, another movie that I forgot about. Sorry, let me just say this one. But this title of this movie, remember House of Flying Daggers?
Oh my god,
dude!
Yeah.
What a fucking title for a movie. I fucking forgot about that. 2004. But
House of Flying Daggers. Yeah. Holy shit!
What a sick ass. Name, yeah, I know, dude. Right? That's what I'm saying. Someone brought that up recently. And I was like, oh shit, that's a sick ass name. I forgot about that. Yeah. House of Flying Daggers. But yeah, carry on. Sorry.
Hold on. Here we go. To prepare for his scene where Neo wakes up in a pod, Keanu Reeves lost 15 pounds and shaved his whole body to give Neo an emaciated look.
Oh, shaved his eyebrows too? Like, man, that takes a long time. That's dedication to shave off your eyebrows. That's like at least maybe 6 months. And I'm scared if I ever shave my eyebrows, I'm scared they're never gonna come back.
You think he really went all out? Do you think he shaved his butthole?
He's like, I don't know if they're gonna see it, but I'm dedicated to this crap.
I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna know it's there.
You know what the shitty part is? Quite literally about shaving your butthole, the farts. Farts after if you have a shaved butthole. It's just like there's no barrier. It just
and there's no friction.
Yeah,
like, it's always constantly wet.
Wet farts after a shaving butthole. So that sucks, man. Shaving sucks. Yeah,
shaving really does suck. I made that mistake once. Yeah. We won't get into that. Legendary Hong Kong stunt coordinator Wu Ping Yun refused to work on the film. Even after receiving the script, which he liked, he hoped that by asking for an exorbitant fee, it would turn off the Wachowskis. When that failed, he next gave what he considered an impossible request. He'd agree only if he had complete control of the fights, and that he'd be allowed to train the actors with his own team 4 months prior to shooting. The Wachowskis complied.
I mean, the fucking choreography, man. I still don't understand how they move that goddamn fast. Because these aren't trained athletes, you know what I mean? These are actors. So for them to make it look that good and that convincing, I mean, that says a lot about the choreography. You know what I mean?
It does. A dedication too.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot. Well, I mean, if you had this much time, 4 months prior to shooting, you give them that much time. That's
yeah.
You can get pretty good at something when you're just dedicated 4 months before you got to do.
Like, I'm trying to think of like memorizing all of those movements, how fast it is. It's like a dance, but on steroids. Like, you have to memorize every little thing. That's something that's very difficult. But I've always had a
DDR screen. Jesus Christ.
yeah. Like, after watching this as a kid, I was like, man, I really like choreography. Like, if you notice in the other podcasts that we've done, I've always paid attention to the choreography, the fight choreography. I always like to like kind of break that down all the time. So.
Yeah, it's something that. Because you can't fake that.
Yeah, if it's bad choreography, it just ruins everything. Yeah.
Yeah, you can mask like certain things with some CGI. You can do some neat camera work to make something.
Exactly. Yeah, you could cover it with a bunch of cuts, but it stands out. Yeah.
Somebody can't jump over a fence.
Do it 5 times.
Come on. Jesus Christ. All scenes that take place within the Matrix have a green tint, as if watching them through a computer monitor.
It's a little too much in this one, though. Like, it's too green. Yeah, you look like you're in the Matrix for sure. Yeah, I should have put I should have put the green tint on mine too. God damn it! I had the green light in the back. I forgot. Going. Damn it! I didn't even think about that. Son of a bitch. That would have been cool. Fuck.
Blue was also used at a minimum within the Matrix. Oh wait, scenes in the real world have a blue tint. Since the directors thought blue was more of a real-world color, despite, ironically, blue being often the least occurring color in nature. The fight scene between Morpheus and Neo, which is neither in the real world nor in the Matrix, is tinted yellow.
Not because it's an Asian influence. I got it. Not because they're in an Asian dojo. All right, I got it, Wachowskis. I see what you're doing.
We leave no race out of this, okay? After the lobby shootout, the camera pans back, showing the aftermath of the gunfight. A moment passes, and a large chunk of one of the pillars falls off. This was not planned, but was left in for effect.
I remember reading about that, yeah.
Carrie-Anne Moss twisted her ankle while shooting one of her scenes, but decided not to tell anyone until after filming, so they wouldn't recast her. Oh shit.
It's the most inconvenient thing ever, because you're not like down for the count, but it's just hard to do anything after a fucking twisted ankle. It's like you can't be out for the season because it's not that big of a deal, but it just sucks, man. Like every little thing with a twisted ankle.
Unless you have like those high ankle sprains where people are out for like weeks.
Yeah.
That shit.
I had one of those after snowboarding for the first time. Never went back snowboarding ever again. Yeah. That was my last time and first time ever snowboarding. High ankle sprain. Thanks a lot.
That shit was fat.
Yeah, it was huge.
The studio insisted on a great deal of explanatory dialogue as they described the screenplay as the script that nobody understands.
I mean, it only gets worse too. Like that's pretty unbelievable.
In 2012, The Matrix was selected by the U.S. Library of Congress for preservation in the National Film Registry Archives.
You're damn right. I mean, this is one of the best, right? One of the best action movies of all time, so deservedly so. I don't know why I have a retort for every single one of your trivia facts, but
I like it. That means you're listening. In Greek mythology, Morpheus is the god of dreams.
Oh, shit! Cool. I did not know that.
Morpheus.
I think the Sandman, or what's that comic book Is it Sandman? The one that they're supposed to be making a show out of, the Neil Gaiman comic book.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think the main character, I think his name is Morpheus as well. So that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. Don't be confused by Morbius, the fucking...
No, Jesus, fucking Jared Leto. God damn it, vampire. Man. I keep thinking that that already came out. Like, I keep forgetting that it hasn't come out
thinking
yet.
That's a thing.
I keep thinking that's gonna be good.
Don't fool yourself. Jared Leto he's a great actor, but it doesn't mean the movie.
God damn that movie. Why? Fuck. Somebody come get Sony. Fucking get a hold of yourself. God damn it.
They need to just pull it away from them. Like, you can have this back. when you've learned.
Seriously, Sony's like fucking kid with a magnifying glass going out there on the fucking anthills. It's like, could somebody fucking come get their goddamn kid? They're just out here making all kinds of stupid Venom movies and Morpheus, and like, who wants this?
Nobody asked for this shit. Oh my god, especially Morpheus. God. And then you gotta, they have to drive home the fact. I'll talk about it for a second. They have to drive home the fact that, all right, this is gonna be in here for a little bit because they bring in fucking Vulture.
Why? The best part about the Spider-Man series.
Why'd you keep in touch, huh?
Hey, Jared Leto, what are you doing?
Keep in touch, dog. Let's fucking let me get you them digits. I don't date my daughter.
Don't date my daughter, even though she looks like she's 30 years old in the movie. Don't date my daughter. Man, she's hot as hell, though, she's fucking hot. God damn it.
Anyways, in Greek mythology, Morpheus is a god of dreams. It's ironic considering Morpheus's role in the film is to awaken people from their dream states within the Matrix.
God, that's awesome. I did not know that.
Dude, Morpheus? That's such a...
Dude, just the names in all of this, man. Fuck. APOC? I don't even know what APOC means, but it's awesome. It sounds cool to say, APOC. Especially when you yell at APOC!
Whoa. I was like pre-reading this one to see if it was good. This was actually dope. Okay. The film... Oh, wait, hold on. When Belinda McClory auditioned for the role of Switch, she was only going for half the role. The character was originally planned to be played by androgynous actors. In the real world, Switch would be a male actor, and in the Matrix, a female, hence the name Switch. Warner Brothers refined the idea, and McClory ended up getting a single female role in both environments.
All of these actors, by the way, like one and done. I've never seen them in anything else. Like Switch, APOC, Mouse, never seen them ever again in any other... Tank, never seen them ever in any other movie.
Done. Yeah. I get it.
I'm sure they made a lot of money, though, off of this, but still, it's like, fuck.
They're still getting checks, too.
Yeah.
When Belinda the filming of the helicopter scene nearly caused the film to be shut down. They flew the helicopter through restricted Sydney airspace. Laws in New South Wales, Australia were subsequently changed to allow filming to proceed. They actually had to change laws so that way they could continue.
That's pretty crazy. I remember that scene where like Morpheus is hanging there on Neo's arm. Like, imagine flying through downtown and like they can't shut downtown down, so people are looking at this like, what the fuck? Yeah, people are like, what the fuck is going on over there? Is this real?
No, down there, they're pointing down. Oh my god!
It's true. Yeah.
Fucking stupid. I know. Anyways, in the first 45 minutes of the film, Neo has 80 lines.
Yeah.
Neo has 80 lines. 44 of these lines are questions, averaging at roughly one question per minute.
That's. I would like to see an overview of Keanu Reeves' career of what would be questions in his whole career. Yeah, it's probably about 90% of his lines were questions.
Why?
What?
This one here, I'm sure that anybody who's seen this movie knows of this one. Will Smith was approached to play Neo.
Man.
Turned down the offer in order to star in Wild Wild West.
Okay.
He later admitted that at the time he was not mature enough as an actor, and that if given the role, he would have messed it up.
I think we could all. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry. I think we could all agree he made the right decision. You know what I'm saying? Wild Wild West. Classic.
Classic.
We wouldn't have that banger with fucking Cisco where he's like fucking in the music video. Straight to the Wild West. God damn, that fucking music video is so good.
He had no regrets, saying that Keanu was brilliant as Neo. Sandra Bullock had been offered the role of Trinity, but turned it down because Will Smith was in the film.
What? That sucks. I didn't know they had beef like that. What the hell?
She regretted her decision. Had she been cast, she would have been reunited with Keanu Reeves, with whom she previously starred in Speed.
Speed, yeah.
And it came out later that they both had a crush on each other.
Yeah, that's hot.
Speed.
God damn it.
Man, they probably... Where would the world be right now if Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock... Man...
It's pretty crazy how, it's just all no-name actors in this Matrix movie, and it just fucking popped off. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
I wonder if it would have been the same if it had like big name actors. That's pretty crazy.
Big name. Let me get a couple of things in here. This is a really there's a lot going on in this movie. So there's a lot I want to.
Yeah, we just go over the important ones, no problem.
When Neo meets Trinity for the first time in the nightclub, she is close to him, talking in his ear. Even though she pauses between sentences, a shot from the back of Trinity shows that her jaw is still moving during the pauses. It's like a little just continuity.
Yeah, continuity. God damn it, Wachowskis, get your shit together, huh?
Especially in a movie that's based like deja vu. You get to see two things. You know, you're looking at every little thing.
At least
like,
play
right,
at least play Dragula in the background so I could fucking get distracted. You know. What a song. Character
error. The name of the software company Neo works at is spelled Cortex on the outside of the building, but a sign inside the building has spelled it Metacortex, Cortech. Like, that's boring. All right, fuck that. I don't know.
It kind of made me sad, like, looking at this movie. I'm like, oh fuck, Neo is me. I'm Neo. Like, we both fucking live in these fucking shitty places. We're both fucking alone, working these fucking stupid desk jobs. Like, god damn it, man. Where's my Morpheus, huh? Who's gonna bring me out of this? Where's my Trinity, huh? Who's gonna whisper in my ear at the goddamn nightclub? You know what I mean?
Sometimes it's just fall asleep at your computer, just like hoping like.
Is Morpheus you there?
Somebody gonna start typing on the. I don't know.
Just keep one eye open, like, you there? Hello?
That's all I got. All these stupid continuity errors are stupid.
If you noticed too in the beginning there, like, this was before like computers had like sound cards. This was before, like, you know, CD players. He literally had his fucking like boom box next to him with the headphones plugged into it. Like, this is before like it was you know, easy to listen to music while you're on the computer. You literally have to have the whole setup right next to you and plug in your headphones.
He's listening to one cassette. Or did he have CDs at the time? Yeah, he had multi-disc changer in there. Maybe he had multi-disc. You know, he was a hacker.
But man, the struggle back then, that sucked. And he's doing like a query because there was no search engines. Like, he was looking up articles about Morpheus, so it was fucking struggle, man. You can't even find shit on the goddamn
At that time,
internet.
you had to create your own search engine.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that sucks. But Myles, go ahead and tell me your final thoughts about the first Matrix movie here.
My closing statement.
Yeah.
My final thoughts. This movie holds up. It holds up today. It lacks just a little bit. Obviously, the technology. Some of the technology.
It's like it's like Tony Stark's dad. It's just I'm limited by the technology of my time, kind of thing. Yeah.
But in that post-apocalyptic, outside real world, it's so you can't tell. So like, it's easy to just be like, oh yeah, that's $21.99 in a post-apocalyptic future. I think they did well there. I think they did really well with I don't know, kind of how you said before, foreskinning or foreshadowing.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
whatever.
definitely. What did I say? What was that cool word that I used? But yeah.
Lorne. I don't. Anyways, letting us realize this movie kind of just like marinates well. Like, I watched it when I was younger. I remember watching it when I was younger, not understanding it, and then really just, oh my god, we are living in this age now. Like, we're living in a world where
run by technology.
Run by technology. Are we going to be able to separate reality from digital? Like, it's gonna be that
the metaverse
mesh where it's just gonna be like,
dude, that's what the metaverse is. Metaverse is the Matrix. We're going in there. Yeah,
dude, that's it's what's scary, but that's why this movie holds up, and it's relevant, and I think that everybody should watch this movie. It's a great movie. I don't care if you're 2, fucking watch this movie. Okay, you should. But yeah, that's my closing statement.
Man, I think this movie is definitely in the top 10.
It is a top 10.
I am tempted to put it in the top 5, honestly. It's crowded in the top 5, but man,
it is very crowded.
Now that I'm thinking about it now, going through my list, it's a crowded top 5, but I think it deserves a spot because this literally changed the way I looked at movies forever. After this, I was like, I love action. I think that's why I'm such an action junkie now. I love combat. I love combat choreography, fighting choreography. It's why to this day I still pay super close attention when it comes to fight choreography and the way, you know, actors move and the different cuts that they use when it comes to fight sequences. It's like I could tell when you're trying to fake it and when the actors actually know what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's just it's easy to see nowadays, but you know, it changed the way I looked at stories too, because this story is so like multi-layered. You could look at it as, yeah, they are living in a simulation. You could look at it as the religious aspect, like it is kind of like, hey, he is the savior, he is here to save the world. It could be like almost like a superhero kind of movie at the same time. It's just there's so many ways to interpret the storyline.
Flying away at the end,
yeah,
that was
exactly.
Validation.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, what? This guy's literal like Superman, Jesus. He is there. He is the savior. He is there to fucking die for your sins or whatever, you know? Do whatever.
I mean, there's so many different layers and different ways to look at this movie. So it's really up to, you know, the person who's watching it to interpret it the way they will. Because at the end, it is all kind of the same thing. It
is all right,
yeah,
too.
it's all
like
the same kind of theme.
That,
yeah.
All your, like, whatever you think that you compare it to, that's right. That's probably right. That's probably what they mean by what they wanted you to do, you know, as far as drawing comparisons.
Yeah, and then, you know, every action movie since then has been kind of, you know, piggybacking off of this, especially when it comes to, you know, the fight sequences, choreography, the gun fights and stuff like that. A lot of these movies are just piggybacking off of that. And
I mean, this movie just had everything. Like, it
I
had
know, dude.
Great gun scenes, great fighting, just great like sets,
everything
like
that an action junkie would want. And honestly, that's a little preview of what's going to be in the next movie, because and without getting into spoilers, I think the next movie takes that up to another level when it comes to the action. But story wise, fuck me, like it goes off the fucking rails in the next movie. But we'll get there. I think hopefully we can do that on Sunday. This is a Friday, so hopefully we do that on Sunday. But I guess, Myles, give him the plugs, and we are out of here today, and we'll see you next week for or whatever, Sunday for fucking Matrix Reloaded. Great title, by the way. Reloaded, fucking awesome.
Just coming off that gun high too. You're just like, yeah, we are reloaded, huh? 5.56 action, little 7.62. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, those Desert Eagles too, that those fucking the agents have. Imagine if that was real. Those goddamn recoil on that would be fucking up here, yeah. But they're just doing one hand, ga. But it's awesome. Yeah, those Desert Eagles are dope.
So beautiful too. I want to hold one. Anyways, I imagine it's like holding
a fucking cannon, a hand cannon.
A giant sortainteresting.com. That's where you can find this podcast, the series that is upcoming. We have Matrix Reloaded coming, and then Revolution, and then
we're also watching Spider-Man No Way Home next weekend, so I don't know if we're gonna do one for that. Yeah, we might just have to dedicate probably a side podcast to that, probably.
Yeah, for sure. I think new movies are hard to do full podcast.
Yeah, we could do. Yeah, we could devote a side podcast to that. I'm so excited, Myles. Like, goddamn, like. So I got
tickets for so
much. I got 6 tickets to Paradise. I still got to figure out who's gonna be going, but I also got a ticket for myself on that Friday, just because, you know, I kind of want to watch it first, and then we'll watch it together on Saturday. But this is also just in case something happens and I need to cry, so I get it out on Friday and I don't have to cry on Saturday. So,
bitch, you bitch, you're gonna let me cry alone.
Yeah.
All right.
But I am very excited, man. I am so excited. Oh, goddamn.
You're a goat for getting those tickets, dude.
I know. I was even late to the party too, because I guess they went on sale like the night before, and then I got lucky that day after. But yeah, I don't know how.
Wow.
But yeah,
I didn't even know they went on sale until you.
It was like midnight the day before. Midnight the day before.
Tickets at crazy prices.
And it was hard too, because the sites were crashing like all night. So I got lucky. I just went in there in the morning. I was like, oh, I found some here. So yeah.
Oh God. Where was I? Oh yeah, so that's coming. We got our whole just catalog of podcasts from the past on sortainteresting.com. We got our Patreon link, patreon.com/sortainteresting. Go there, donate $1. That's all it takes.
That new URL, baby. Let's go.
New URL,
Woo!
youtube.com. That's linked in the
Very excited
that's
about
linked
that.
in the and the site as well. But I mean, what's more fun than just typing into the little search bar? Sort of interesting.
Not to suck my own pee, but yeah, I was typing that in all day when I found it. I was like, oh yeah, I love typing this in here, going straight to the page.
Dude.
Oh, it's magical.
That's right there.
Magical.
That's
Yeah.
That's the homepage. And anywhere that podcasts are played, whether you choose Spotify, Apple Podcasts app, SoundCloud, what have you, we're there. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. Go find us. Go what was that? You used to do an aim. You used to like poke people, right?
That's Facebook. Yeah.
Facebook used to poke.
Yeah.
They took that away, huh?
Fuck it. Just fuck Facebook. That's why. Fuck it. I hate goddamn Facebook.
What did you used to do an aim?
Aim? That's just IMing. Yeah. That's
IM?
Yeah.
And you get the door open.
Yeah. Remember you could set your status too?
Yeah, okay, that's what it was.
That sound effect though, the aim sound effect of the message coming in still gives me like butterflies. Whenever I hear it, I'm like, ooh, I got a fucking message. Yeah, I fucking love that. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
That door closing too. Oh man. You know what I always wanted? I always wanted a sidekick to use aim on. That was the dream back then. Using
the
aim,
one with the or
using
the
a
slide.
No, I had the flip. The slide sucked my fucking cock, but yeah, the flip was fucking awesome. And you're using aim. Oh man, awesome. I remember I used to use aim on my. I wasn't even a smartphone. It was just like a little flip phone, but
I remember that too.
It charged for every goddamn message you sent. So I remember my mom getting the bill. It was like this fucking thick. It was a fucking pack of pages. She was like, and it listed all the fucking messages, dude. Like all.
No!
It didn't say what they said, thank God. But it would be like, hey, received or sent, and it'd just be like a bunch of them. I'm like, oh shit. My God. And I remember I was talking to this girl. Her name was Ashley, and her AIM name was Skip a Heartbeat, bro. What a time. Skip a Heartbeat. Right. Shout out to Ashley. Goddamn.
Oh, Ashley, if you're listening, you just made Christian skip a heartbeat.
Holler at me. Yeah, come at me. Skip a heartbeat. You know what I mean?
Holler at me, baby.
I love your sushi roll. Skip a heartbeat. You know what I mean? So.
Wow, dude.
All right, everybody. But we'll see you for, man, we're running long. Let's go. We'll see you for Matrix Reloaded.
Cuisine. Myles, darling.
What a way to come back into the podcast world. God damn, that was a long one. But let's see you for Matrix Reloaded, everybody. Have an interesting day.